Senator Tommy Tuberville thinks that white nationalists aren't inherently racist. Now, appearing on the debut of CNN's The Source on Monday, Tuberville was asked by host Kaitlan Collins about some of his past remarks regarding white nationalism and whether or not white nationalists should be allowed to join and be part of the military. Here's that video, and there's a pretty good back and forth between them. Let's take a look.
Do you believe they should allow white nationalists in the military?
Well, they call them that. I call them Americans.
Do you want to explain those comments, Senator?
Yeah, first of all, I'm totally against any type of racism, okay? I was a football coach for 40 years, and I dealt and had opportunity to be around more minorities than anybody up here on this hill. White nationalist is just another word that they want to use other than racism. I'm totally against anything to do with racism.
But just to be clear, you agree that white nationalists should not be serving in the U.S. military. Is that what you're saying?
If people think that a white nationalist is a racist, I agree with that. I agree they should.
A white nationalist is someone who believes that the white race is superior to other races.
Well, that's some people's opinion. And I don't think,
That's
I mean,
not
a lot.
opinion.
Pardon?
What's your opinion?
My opinion of a white nationalist, if somebody wants to call him white nationalist, to me is an American. It's an American. Now,
Wow. Oh, that's like your opinion, man. No, that's literally not. I mean, white nationalists, by definition, are racist. That's kind of their whole thing. Okay? Yes, they believe that white people should maintain majority in majority white countries, as well as maintain political, economic, and cultural dominance because they believe. And why is that? Because they believe that other cultures and other races are inherently inferior and that they are superior. That is, again, literal freaking racism. It's right there. Any definition that you read. White nationalists are racist. Okay, and now again, other things that they believe in is the fact that they think that white people are a race. Just generic. All white people, all part of the same race. But of course, the different nationalities, different cultures, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? That's stupid. Race is a social construct. And really, that social construct was meant to divide human beings based on superficial characteristics such as skin color. Okay? When you start believing in things like, white people are a race, and then you start to get into things like race realism, measuring skulls, skull shapes and to denote intelligence. And that is complete and utter bunk, pseudoscience. It's nothing realistic. These people are just absolutely ridiculous. But again, this is not an opinion, right? These people are racist, and that's a fact. That's their entire thing. So now the question is, why is Tommy Tuberville, why is he bending over backwards to avoid calling white nationalists racist? Now look, I think it's pretty obvious. But there's more video where he's going to get pressed on it even more by Kaitlan Collins. Take a look.
if that white nationalist is a racist, I'm totally against anything that they want to do, because I am 110% against racism. But I want somebody that's in our military, that's strong, that believes in this country, that's an American, that will fight along anybody, whether it's a man or woman, black or white, red, it doesn't make any difference. And so I'm totally against identity politics. I think it's ruining this country, and I think that Democrats ought to be ashamed for how they're doing this, because it's dividing this country and it's making this country weaker every day.
But that's not identity politics. You said a white nationalist is an American.
It is identity politics.
You said a white nationalist is an American, but a white nationalist is someone who believes horrific things. Do you really think that's someone who should be serving in the military?
Well, that's just a name that has been given I mean,
It's not.
listen,
It's a real definition. There's real concerns
so if
about
you're going to do away
extremism.
with most white people in this country out of the military, we got huge problems.
It's not.
We
It's
got
not.
huge problems.
It's not people who are white. It's white nationalists.
That have a few
You
probably
see the
different
distinction,
beliefs.
right?
That have different beliefs. Now, if racism is one of those beliefs, I'm totally against it. I am totally against racism.
But that
there's
is
a lot
that
of
is
people
a
that
white
believe in different
nationalist
things.
is racist, Senator.
Well, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. But if
not
it's
an opinion.
racism, I'm totally against it.
If it's racism, I'm totally against it. So are you against white nationalists? No, well, not really. I mean, the Democrats. Yes, that's it. It's the Democrats. Yes. With the Democrats, what? Identity politics. That's what it is. No, but okay. White. By the way, white nationalism is the literal definition of identity politics. That's what that is. Again, your white nationalists focus on their racial identity as a reason that they should be elevated in society and control all the political stuff. That is the that is the identity politics right there. You're doing the identity politics. And you're trying to claim, oh no, well, I mean, I'll be against white nationalists if they're racist. Well, they're all racist. That's literally what white nationalism is. But he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And there's a reason that he doesn't get it, because he agrees. He agrees. Now, the problem here, the big problem here is we're discussing white nationalists should be in the military. No, they should not. They should not. But you have Tommy Tuberville saying, well, I mean, unless they're racist, I mean, openly racist. Well, again, they are, and you're okay with them by, extension, being armed and trained. Now, white nationalists, white supremacists, and anti-government groups have been behind the vast majority of terrorist attacks domestically in this country in the last decade. Tommy Tuberville is basically supporting arming and training of possible future domestic terrorists. That's a real problem here, okay? And again, why is he doing that? It's because he agrees with them.